Hey guys, down here, check it out. If you can see where I'm at inside my pallet garden, it's absolutely gone insane. This corn is going crazy, falling over. I said this year is just all the growth in this garden is just absolutely insane. But before you, something that's not growing so well are my red gold potatoes. The reason why they're not doing so great is it's time to harvest them. Alright guys, so if you've never grown potatoes, it's that simple. When its plants start looking like crap, it's probably time to pull them up. So this is kind of signaling that the plants themselves are ready to be harvested. If you let them go much longer, I have found through trial and error, the tubers underneath the ground will actually start to re-sprout. And you don't want that. You don't want to leave them in too long that they're going to start to re-sprout underground, because that's just not going to help the storage life or the flavor for that matter. So like I mentioned, these are the red gold potatoes. They're planted in mid-April, about a week, maybe 2 weeks prior to our scheduled last frost. However, this year we had some really late frost and some cold temps, so we're talking at least 3 to maybe even 4 weeks before we had a noticeable frost. So what I've done is on the ground level, I just dug a small trench and planted the potatoes about 2 to 3 inches deep, just covering them in soil. Now, after I conditioned some old hay bales, it started breaking down. I know a lot of people will say don't use hay on your garden. I agree, don't use fresh hay on your garden, but a well-conditioned hay bale is going to have all the seeds will most likely have germinated. And if you check out my video on that, it shows you how I kind of let the hay bale itself germinate, and then I turn it upon itself and it germinates and it turns it back in. So eventually most of the seeds are going to either sprout or just not be an issue. And as the season has grown, I've continuously mulched or hilled these up with the old hay, keeping the roots and the tubers covered in a nice cool moisture conservation type situation here. That's really going to help these guys grow. So it doesn't need heavy equipment. If you have a small garden or a bad back, you don't need to have a big tractor or a plow to kind of hill up big mounds of dirt. You can do this hay method and it works just fine. I've done it before with awesome results. So I'm really excited for this year in harvesting these red gold potatoes. So let me show you how I do it. It's really simple. What I want to do is I want to start brushing away some of this hay that's just on the top here, put it into the walking path. Now, it's very important to save this hay because as it's breaking down, I can reuse this other parts of the garden as a mulch as it continuously breaks down. So you don't need to discard this at all. That would be not good. You know, that's a no-go. So we're going to continuously kind of just pull some of this off just until we start seeing the tops, hopefully, knock on wood, of some potatoes that may or may not be down here because they're down here buried in the hay. I mean, if you can see that right there, that's really breaking down. It's nice, it's cool to the touch. It's about 90 degrees outside, has been for weeks, above average temperatures, but down here it's nice, dark, it's turning into soil, it's cool, like I mentioned, retains that moisture. That's what potatoes like. That's what they need to help them grow better. So let me go ahead and fast forward this here for a second. I'll spare you that. Let me go ahead and pull some of this hay off. I'll come back and we'll get ready to actually pull some potatoes as I expose them. Alright guys, thanks for hanging in there. I got this hay brushed back. I can just start to see the tops of some of these potatoes. I'm really excited because I've never grown this variety before, the red gold. So I'm really awesome just really excited to see what I got down here. So let's see, as you just kind of uncover this hay in the soil, I mean, while you're growing these potatoes like this, if I can get it back to my soapbox, you're actually building soil. This is all above the ground. This is no-till. This is building soil. While without working hard, without digging up the land, you're getting produce. It's a win-win all around. So look right here, guys. I've uncovered the first one, the red gold potatoes. I'm trying to do this as delicately as possible as I don't damage any of the bulbs underneath the ground there, the tubers. So very gently, I'm just going to kind of work this out of the ground. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a nice little start. Of course, you're going to have a little couple of these little guys in here. It's never really going to form. You're going to have that. That's all right. Then put this over here. But this is just a small little sampling. And you know what? You're not always going to get every potato at the same time. It's going to stick to the plant. So I like using my hands because I don't mind getting dirty. I think it's kind of fun. Get your kids involved growing potatoes. That gives them a chance to play in the garden without getting in trouble. You know, digging up in the garden there. But this is nice black soil, full of compost and rotted down hay that I've added to it. You see, that's simple. You just uncover some more potatoes. I'm gonna make sure I dig down fairly deep, and they're not gonna dig, you know, super deep with the potatoes. They're not gonna burrow way down in the ground with this method. They're gonna be mostly above the ground like this. So this is probably a good 6 inches below the actual ground level that I'm kneeling on right now. And for one plant, That's not bad. And I got a whole row right here to harvest. So let me go ahead and harvest a couple more of these, show you how many potatoes I have from this no-till, just potatoes grown in hay above the ground. Nice row, and you can see what I already have in front of me already. What I like to do, like I said, I just love to harvest the potatoes this way because it's fun just to play in the dirt, right? But anyways, what I like to do, especially with this nice, loose, organic soil like this, is get your hands underneath. You can put gloves on if you want to, I guess. I don't know. I like feeling the dirt. I like just to get underneath like this. Just kind of play with the dirt like that. Look at that. See how loose the soil is, how crumbly it is? And that's the way you're uncovering your potatoes. Now, if you start using a shovel or a big, like, fork or something like that, you're going to end up stabbing your potatoes. I've done it before. I don't do it anymore. The potato. So like I said, let me demonstrate again, see if I missed any down here. Don't know, because I can kind of feel the ground being pretty hard. So I'm down to the original soil level of the clay, so nothing's going to really be below that. But yeah, just look how it's falling apart. And we're building soil for the next time around. There you go, another potato just pops out of the ground. So there's my tip on how to harvest these without damaging your tubers, without really disturbing your land that much, really. It's helping aerate and break it up. This is about the only time that I would, quote, till the ground, is by doing this, another potato. See, I mean, it's fun. You're having fun with it. And it's kind of cool, like a treasure hunt, you find a potato just popping up where you don't believe it was, even though you went over the same ground like 2 or 3 times already. But, I mean, this thing is just absolutely just loaded with worms. So, I mean, this soil's awesome. Worms are loving it. Potatoes are growing awesome in this. Cannot be impressed enough. So there you go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and harvest the rest of these, get back at it. I'll let you go for now, but I just want to show you how easy it is. This is no-till. This is just potatoes grown in compost and hilled up with old hay bales. And so far, I mean, just from this little section right here, I've already got this many of these perfect-sized red gold potatoes. They're going to be so awesome to cook with, to store, to use. I have another 5 feet of a row to go that way, so I'm going to have plenty to go around for myself and for all my meals I'm going to be cooking in the future. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, here at the Hillside in the pallet garden. Hopefully you can see me through my little jungle of corn and potatoes in here, but hopefully you like what you saw. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments down below. I certainly appreciate it. I'm going to get back to harvesting some of these here potatoes. You guys have a nice day. I'll see you next time up here on the Hillside. Bye-bye.